Hello, this is Xbox Ahoy, and this is episode 15 of my Black Ops weapon guide. Let's begin. In this episode, we're covering the third SMG, the MAC11. It's a fully automatic weapon, unlocked at level 11. An American weapon, the MAC11 was designed by Gordon B. Ingram. It was first produced in 1972 as a subcompact variant of the earlier MAC-10. The Military Armament Corporation Model 11, or MAC11, is a compact blowback-operated weapon. With a fire rate of around 1,200 rounds per minute, the weapon is difficult to shoot accurately unless fired in short bursts. Designed to be used with a suppressor, the MAC11 has a threaded barrel for quick conversion to a covert role. Its bigger brother, the Model 10, fired a more powerful cartridge and saw some use by US forces in the Vietnam War. But the smaller Model 11 was generally regarded as lacking in stopping power and found fewer practical applications. Magazine capacity in-game is a mere 20 rounds, or 30 with extended mags. The cartridge fired is the compact but low-powered 380 automatic Colt pistol round. Ideal for concealable weapons, but otherwise anemic when compared to the ballistically superior 9mm Parabellum or 45 ACP cartridge. In-game damage reflects this lack of stopping power. Even at close range, the MAC11 requires 4 hits to kill to the body. The damage drop with range is less pronounced than with the higher damage SMGs at least, granting more consistent performance near the edge of your effective range. The recoil is light too, tied with the Spectre for perhaps the best handling characteristics in the SMG category, outside the Scorpion. The weapon will tend slightly upwards and to the right, but at close to middle range it's relatively easy to remain on target. Aim time is on par with the other SMGs at 200 milliseconds, and the reload time is favourable too. At just 2 seconds, it's one of the fastest SMGs to reload. The iron sights aren't bad on the MAC11, but if you're a fan of the optics, then the 2 close-range options are available. The red dot and reflex are functionally identical and offer a clearer view on target, but offer no real advantage over the iron sights. I'd recommend you avoid the optics, as this frees up your attachment choice for one with a more tangible benefit. Rapid fire is a good choice for the lower recoil SMGs, as it will effectively increase your damage output by a third, taking your fire rate to 1,250 rounds per minute. This comes at the expense of increased recoil and more frequent reloads. With the MAC11, it will erode your ability at longer range, but it is a very potent combination up close, especially given that you need to hit your target 4 times to kill. The lower difference between maximum and minimum damage means the MAC11 is a suitable candidate for the suppressor. The suppressed MAC11 will keep you off the radar when firing, although you do lose some effective damage at middle range. Unfortunately, the low magazine capacity means you can't adopt the usual stealth strategy. Ghost is a less viable perk choice, as Scavenger is essential for sustained use. Extended mags grants 50% more in the magazine, for 30 rounds between reloads. The short magazine is definitely one of the MAC11's shortcomings, and extended mags will give you a better chance against multiple enemies. The low damage means it's not exactly the best weapon to employ against groups, however, and in practice the extra 10 bullets is a convenience you'll seldom require. Dual wield is entirely impractical. What you gain in firepower is lost in your inability to aim, and the short magazine means the weapon isn't suited to hip firing at all. The grip increases the weapon's center speed, effectively reducing recoil and allowing you to get more shots on target. This extends the range at which you can remain accurate, and will mean that you can use the weapon at middle range without having to burst fire. Overall, I found the increase in versatility the grip granted to be the most useful attachment. While extended mags came a close second, with the grip more of your shots will find their target, resulting in a quicker kill and increasing your odds of survival. Unfortunately, our first perk choice is made by compulsion rather than strategy. The short magazine of the MAC11 means that you start with fewer bullets than you would with a higher capacity weapon. Scavenger allows you to resupply both your ammunition and grenades, and Scavenger Pro gives you the much needed additional starting ammunition. The resupplied grenades you get are an often overlooked part of the Scavenger perk. If you remember to use your grenades frequently and stay on the move to resupply, you can often rack up quite a few grenade kills. The MAC11 does boast one of the faster reloads within its category. But given that you'll need to reload frequently, sleight of hand is still quite the benefit. Reducing the reload to a mere second means that you can use an attachment other than extended mags with less overall penalty, as long as you're not caught in the open. Firing from a covered position will allow you to retreat to a safe place while you reload, and will essentially mean you can dole out magazine after magazine very quickly indeed. You also get the benefit of faster aiming down sight with Sleight of Hand Pro, something which can be instrumental in winning gunfights in close quarters. Warlord can also be used to some effect. Pairing the grip with extended mags gives you a little more per magazine with the accuracy benefit of the grip, if you can tolerate the slower reload. Our third perk choice helps keep our frequent reloads from revealing our location, and also serves to give advance notice of an enemy's movement. Ninja makes your footsteps less audible, and perhaps more importantly, the Pro variant increases the volume of your enemy's movement, and silences the battle chatter your character makes when reloading, using equipment or grenades, or when a teammate dies nearby. The audio cues in Black Ops are less important than they have been in previous games, but more astute players can still use them to their advantage. And with Ninja Pro equipped, you won't give away your position to opponents with sharp hearing. I was using my usual aggressive complement of grenades for this class, Semtex for the faster fuse, and concussion grenades for the faster throw, and effect on your opponent's mobility. For your secondary, your pistol of choice should suffice. As for equipment, tactical insertions are a useful complement to any SMG class, particularly if you aren't running marathon. Choosing your own spawn point is a powerful way of surprising the enemy. Most game modes have predictable spawn points, so appearing where your foe least expects will catch them off guard. Place them off the beaten track so they won't be discovered, but as close to the enemy as you dare. The key to successfully using the short magazine SMGs is to ensure that you don't overextend yourself and encounter multiple enemies at once. This means that you have to take care to avoid exposing yourself across multiple sightlines, limiting your engagements to close or middle range avenues where possible. In most cases, it's best to have the enemy come to you, anticipating their movement and lying in wait in cover. Using the MAC11 unsilenced can work to your advantage in this way. Killing one enemy will draw another to your location, and with careful positioning, it's possible to kill several foes in sequence. The MAC11 boasts great handling, so you don't always have to limit yourself to close-range engagements. As long as you don't leave yourself exposed to the longer sightlines, you should be able to win most gunfights. The faster reload and switch times also come in handy. With sleight of hand, you can often get away with reloading partway through an engagement, as long as you're not out in the open. Unfortunately, with the short magazine and fast rate of fire, you will find yourself needing to reload all too often, and inevitably this will spell your demise from time to time. The low damage dealt per shot can also hamper your effectiveness up close. 4 shots on target can be tricky against someone with a more powerful weapon. The fast rate of fire makes up for this somewhat, but accuracy is vital, and too many missed shots will mean your magazine may deplete before the conflict is resolved. Still, the MAC11 handles very well and rewards those with superior accuracy. While it might not compare to more powerful weapons up close, it boasts surprising reach, making it one of the more versatile SMGs. The MAC11 might not look like much, with its cheaply welded stamped metal construction, but when employed correctly, you'll find that looks can be deceiving. Thanks for watching. This has been Xbox Ahoy. Join me next time when I'll be covering the third weapon in the assault rifle category, the M14. Until then, farewell.